Okay, this is Codger speaking, and this is the sixth, I believe, of the videos in the NIMBY Rails First Steps series. And in this video, we're going to be dealing with a little bit of information about signals. This should be a fairly short video, but an important one. As you see here, I have all of the stations created along in the blue, in the red line in Houston, Texas, and I've got all the tracks uh, connecting the stations up. And with all of that done, we can get on with this lesson on signals. So let's go down here and we want to take a look and see what the signals are all about. Basically, the idea of signals is we use signals to keep trains from interfering with other trains. And there are a few places where trains can interfere, and the trains are not smart enough to stay away from other trains without a little help. For the most part, the trains are able to stay away from one another. If the trains are going in the same direction on the same line, then a train that is behind another train will not run into the train in front of it. It will slow down and wait for that train to move out before before it goes further into on down that track. And so that takes care of most of the situations that we come upon here on the red line. There are occasions, however, where trains turn around. They go a different direction than they had been going. And in those cases, we have to make sure that the trains avoid one another. And that's how we use the signals to do that. And so, it might help a little bit for us to take a look at a default station, how the default station is created. And I'll just create one right here real quick. Go to the station here, and let's see, won't double track. And I think we can just put a station right there for us to look at. And you can see how the lights are attached to the station. There's a light on each end of the station platforms that tells the trains that they can go or not go in that particular direction. You see the lights here. Then there is one light here for trains that are coming back to the station. And the reason that light is there and the reason we have these lights is because of this crossover right here. When the trains come back, they're scheduled to go back to this other side. So they have to cross over and come over here. But we don't want them coming over here if there's already a train in this location. We want them either to stop, and that's usually what we want them to do, or to go on to the secondary platform. That's a possibility as well. And the same thing is true over here on this side. Now, our stations are quite a bit simpler than this one. Our stations have a crossover. Most of our stations don't have crossovers at all. And so we don't need to worry very much about those. But the station at the ends of the lines is where our trains turn around, and we have to provide for the correct stations in those locations. You'll also see a signal like this. This is a one-way signal. telling which direction the train can go on that track. And so we have one going out to the north, and we have one coming in from the north. And we also have station these one-way signals down here as well. And then another type of signal is this little square box right there. That square is a balise block. And the purpose for that balise block is to clear a signal so that the trains that are coming up will know that the train that was blocking this section of the line has now cleared and it's gone on. Signals can clear. Signals can clear. If you come up to the back of a signal, that will also clear the line. You would need to have a balise on the other side if you had a train going that direction. Of course, that would be against the one-way signal. But if you go past the back side of the signal, I believe that's the rule, then that also clears the line. Going through the light does not clear the line. If you go through the light or the yellow side of the signal, that doesn't clear. So let's choose one of these signals, and you can see a little bit where the signals have where the signals look. Well, maybe that won't be possible the way that these are. Oh, we need to have a different. We need that one here. So if we look here, this signal looks down this line and also looks down this line, but it's blocked by the back of this lamp, and it's blocked by that balise block. And so if we have a train coming down here, this light isn't going to care about the train if it's right here. But if it's on this track, it is going to care about it. And if there's something on this track, it's going to care about that, and it will turn red and will not allow a train to go that direction. We look at this one, and you can see where it looks. It looks down here, and it goes all the way. It goes through. Well, this is going to make a liar of me. It goes through the backs of these. Now, what's the difference between these lines? Oh, this is a different kind of signal, I guess. No. In this case, it goes through these lines down to the next one, and it stops at the next white. Oh, I guess these, maybe these run one-way signals are what blocks it. I don't think so. Yeah, okay. These one-way signals, this one-way signal blocks the thing. It's not the back of the lamp. I was mistaken on that. So that one-way signal blocks it. I don't think this one would, because it's going in the same direction as the arrows. So if a train gets past that one, then it won't care about whatever is on that train. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and delete this now. Press escape Z until it's deleted. There we go. And we will start to put in some lamps. Come over here to the tracks. We're going to go into the move, or we're going to create new signals. Click on create new signals. And we have these signals up here. It's kind of a new look to the signal editor. They used to have all these signals down here on this icon bar, but they've moved them up here into this panel. And we'll select the path signal, and we'll come down here, and depending upon what side of the track, that will show you what side which direction the light will shine. We want it to shine into the station, and another one into the station here. And we want the same thing down here, shining into the station toward the north, and the same right there. And then up here, we want a light that shines away from the crossing, and we want a balise block across from that, and we want a one-way signal here and a one-way signal there. And that's all there is to the north side. We will talk about the south side going into the depot at the end of this video, but that's all there is to that side. We need to go up to the north end and do the same thing for the north end. In this case, there's nothing to the north of this, so we don't need any signals here, but we need a signal here pointing into the station and the signal here pointing into the station. And we don't have a crossover for this one, so we need to create a crossover. I'll just go up here, select the double track mode, and we'll come right here and put the crossover. We'll put the crossover right here. I thought I had the double track mode selected. I don't. Okay, here we go. Put the crossover right there. All right, and we need to go back to our create new signals again. And we need a signal here and a block balise here. We need a one-way signal here and a one-way signal here going the other direction. And that's all there is for the North Transit Center. That should be everything that we need. If we go back here to the move and delete, we can see this signal looks at these tracks. This signal looks at these tracks. And this signal looks up into both sides of the station, just like that. And that's all there is to the signals. All the rest of the tracks, the way we're going to configure this, will work without any additional signals. One rule that I like to use is less is better. And for the most part, the fewer signals that you have, under most circumstances, the fewer signals that you have, the better. So I try to be a minimalist when it comes to signals. I think that's a good idea. Now, this is a different story down here with the depot. The depot is complicated, and we need quite a few more signals here in this case because of all of the platforms, station platforms, and because of all the tracks that are intersecting one another. Generally speaking, we want the tracks to be running in a counterclockwise direction. A counterclockwise direction. Trains will come in from the north. They can come in on either one of these lines. They'll come in the north and come down in this area, and they'll circle the station in order to find where the trains are going to be stored over the weekend or overnight. And they'll circle the entire thing if they have to get over here to these stations on this in this place. Um, this line goes back toward the front. So let's start by putting some one-way signals so that we know where everything is going, and create one way. This station track here always goes in that direction. And I think I'll just bring it down here because I want to have them together. That always goes to the south. This one always goes toward the south. This is a two-way track here. It can go either north or south. This one always goes to the north. So you can see we'll have trains coming through this loop into that side of the station, and we'll have trains coming from the station down this side on this side of the track. And that is all that we need there. Each one of these is a one-way track going south. You can see the idea. I've got that wrong. So they all go south. And then this one is the same. No, I want this one to be a two-way track here, but this one will be a one-way track. And this is one way going north. And these will subsequently also be one way going north. And that will make everything going north. That this is going to be a two-way track. And the reason for this is we want trains to be able to come down this line and through this intersection, and if necessary, down to this loop and turn around and come back here and go into the station right there, where a train can get repairs. And I think that's enough of the one-way signals to make everything go the right direction. Now, one thing before we go any further, I want to point out something that I've done here. I have modified all the tracks inside the loop let's see, I've modified all the tracks inside the loop to have a speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour, except for the station platforms, which I've set for 10 kilometers an hour. These station platforms are set for 10 kilometers an hour. The reason for that is to inform the router in the program which is the best track, which are the best tracks for delivering trains. We don't want trains going up into these areas trying to get to another station. If they're not headed for a specific station here, we want it to come along this line, and it will see this as the faster track. And because of that, it will use that track instead of trying to use one of these station tracks. And I found that out uh, I found that out because I had made that mistake earlier, and I had trains coming up into stations rather than going along these tracks that I wanted them to go in. All right, so now let's put in some lamps. Where do we need the lamps? we need a signal. We need these two signals coming in, and those are going to be special signals here. I'll show you in a minute, but these are going to be, they call them signal stop or stop signals or something like that. No, stop switch signals or something like that. I don't remember the name of it. I'll see that in a little while. But in this case, we want to have signals here. As a matter of fact, let's put them closer to the junctions down here. And the purpose for these signals is to protect us from, well, let's start over here where we can see this a little bit easier. In this case, we could have true trains coming down these lines. And one of them is going to get to this point and start encroaching upon the other line. And what we want to happen when that occurs is to tell the trains, don't go any further. If you see a train up here in this area, wait until it gets past the junction. And in order to do that, we're going to put a lamp here and a lamp here, and we'll put a block balise on the other end, like that. So when the train gets past that, the next train can go ahead and come up into that junction. So we do the same thing here. And a block balise. And down here, we've got a bunch of junctions together. And we're just going to call that one junction. But every track that comes into that junction needs a light. And we need a block balise here. Now, going the other direction is a little different because these junctions are diverging. There's no opportunity to block another train. So we don't need any more lights here for these junctions. But we have this junction here. I'll go ahead and put the block balise in there. And we'll put the lights here and here. And we've got a junction here. And put the block balise right there. And we've got several junctions right here. And we'll just put a light on each one of these lines and the block balise after the junctions. And again, on this side, all of the paths are diverging rather than converging. We don't need a light for any of these. Those should work just fine by themselves. Now let's go back up here. There's one last thing to do for the signals. We're going to go to the move, delete, and edit tracks. Pardon me, we're going to go to the stations area and click on the Metro Rail Operations Center. And we're going to open this up where it says Stop Selection Signals. And right now they're empty, but we're going to pick the selection signals. And the selection signals we want to pick are that one and that one. And what that does is it tells this station that these two signals are selection signals. And what a selection signal is when your a train, we're going to schedule the trains to come and park here on one of these stations. And if that station already has a train on it, we want it to go to the next clear station. And if that station already has a train on it, we want it to go to the next clear station after that. And so we're going to tell it that we want it to go first to this 8N, and then we're going to set up the rest of these stations, 9N, 10N, 11N, 7N, and then 1 south, 2 south, 3 south, 4 south, 5 south, 6 south. And what the trains will do is it'll go and start filling these in at night when the schedule tells them to, and so forth. So that is all done by setting this up as the station uh, switch signals. We could use these two here. Those two would work just as well as these here. So either one of them would work. Now, someone told me that you want to have the stop selection signals as close to the diverging junctions as possible, uh, and be the last signals there. But uh, that will not work in this design, and I've already confirmed that it does work with this design, just the way that we have it configured. And let's see, now what we want to do is we need to set the that is something that we'll do when we get to creating the lines. We'll create a depot line, and in the depot line, that's where we'll set up the stations that the trains will go to at the end of the day. Well, that is about all that we need to discuss in this signal video. If you have any questions or any comments, we'd like to see those in the comment section. I will try to watch that and be as responsive as I can possibly be about it. If you like the video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. All those things are good things for the growth of the channel, and we appreciate it. All of that, and especially appreciate your coming to watch the video.